She's breathing normally. No obstruction of the airways.
Oh, that's a relief.
My pleasure. If she had...
Will do. Oh, Linnea. Good morning. Huh? Where am I? Lumi? Lumi! How strange. Where could she be? I wonder how long I was out for. Well, I'd better take a look outside. Lumi! There you are! I've been looking... Come on, say something. Why do you look so anxious?
Looks like our contestants and their partners are in. On the one side, we have Linnea and her partner Lumi, and on the other side, we have Селена and...
Wait, how is it the semifinals already? Also, how did I even get here? Oh, you can do it, old boss. Even if this is a dream, I can't let my supporters... We're up, Lumi.
What a spectacular duel! But
Huh? What's going on? This dream sucks. I've heard that if you try really hard to... Did it work? Guess not. Huh? Is dream me writing a diary? My Adventurers Guild salary alone will never be enough to finance a research vessel. It seems my only option is to take up adventuring full-time. A research vessel? Looks like Dream Me is working hard toward my goal. But the cost is just astronomical. Day 1. Got beaten up by monsters. Day 5. Ran for my life with Lumi. Turns out I'm getting faster. Day 20. Asked a merchant about prices. Ships cost a fortune. But I can worry about that later. Right now, it's time for a proper meal. I'm starving. Day 72. Found a huge abandoned treasure chest. Find her... Happy adventure anniversary to me! 1 year in. Almost got scammed. Note to self. Secondhand ships aren't to be trusted. Good job I was wary and checked it over thoroughly before committing. Finally beat that pesky thing. Hoping the materials I gathered recently will fetch a good price. The diary ends here. Hold up. A deed for the purchase of a large ship. A dream come true. The Golden Beagle. What a wonderful dream. The ship gently swaying as it carries me to a faraway land. Oh, what a feeling! Let me check the chart. Next stop, Guyan Stone Forest. That place is steeped in myths and stories. I've only ever seen it in picture books. From there, it's on to Dragonspine. Wow, a snow-capped mountain! I've always wanted to visit, but never dared to. What this? Clear water. It looks like this ship has sailed to many.
Linnea, you've been really down the last couple of days. What's up? I've left your lunch by the door.
Coming! Where am I now? Ugh, I feel so sore and is this some sort of lucid dream? Whatever. Clearwater jade. Didn't I see this on the ship just now? And these books, how did they end up in this cave?
How could this happen?
Lumi, why do you look— Hey, don't be scared.
We're never getting back, are we? We're done for. It's all over.
What happened? I thought I was on the ship. Is this the Golden Beagle? But why? It's just a dream, though, right? Come on, get a grip, Linnea. It's not— It's been many long years since the Golden Beagle sank. The diary again. How long is this terrible dream? I'd love to say I'm over it now, but the truth is it still gets me down sometimes. It's like there's a heavy stone that's blocking up my heart. Maybe a walk in the courtyard will take my mind off things. Besides, my sister should be here soon. Sister? Who am I talking about? So many dreams, one after the other. My brain can barely process it all.
Linnea!
Huh? That voice sounds familiar.
Over here. Did you get my letter, Linnea? I'm so sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Come back to the tundra with me, so we can be with Mom and Dad one last time.
Selena? She's my sister? Mom and Dad? One last time?
This is the natural circle of life. We don't live that much longer than humans. This day was always going to come. I can't pretend I'm not sad. But at the same time, I wonder how an ordinary person would react to hearing this news. At the very least, they wouldn't have to endure this horrid feel. After all, we've already seen how all of this would unfold. Remember? When you passed out during that competition? You saw it all as you lay there, unconscious. At the time, you thought it was just a dream.
What is she talking about? No. This can't be true.
I understand how you feel. One moment you're gazing into the future from the past, the next, you're there, looking back at where it all began. Time flies. One day, we too will grow old. Is it even possible to live a life without regrets?
A long, long time ago, my friends and I talked about our dreams. Mine was to buy a research vessel and explore the mysteries of the world. Then, when too old for a life of adventure, my entire life is recorded in these pages. Maybe one day, a long, long time from now, someone will open them and see that there are sections on the formation and evolution. Whoever you are, I entrust the task of filling those blank pages to you. The end of my time grows near, and I can no longer travel very. This feels like an illusion, yet at the same time, so real. The end of life. So this is what death feels like. I still feel some faint sensations in my stiffening body, but I can't so much as move a finger. As the warmth flows out of me, I feel no pain. Just the emptiness that remains after everything else has slipped away. So it wasn't a dream, after all. It's all...
Oh, Linnea, you're awake! Oh, you were out for a long time. You must... Linnea!
What time is it?
It's evening. And it's the day after the quarterfinal. We were watching the match between Селена and Yehuda when you ran over and grabbed Selena's arm. Then...
So many things came flooding into my head, one after another. The end of the competition, things from my future. Even some moments were joyful, others painful. All of it felt so real.
Good point. You passed out right after grabbing her. Plus, she said a load of cryptic... Still, is it really a good idea to go looking for her?
Do you remember when we were at Speranza and I told you guys about my childhood? I wasn't a very cheerful kid, nor was I all that brave. I knew what might happen once I told them. I desperately hoped they'd say, Linnea, even if you... But I knew that was impossible. Their own human child was out there somewhere, as were my Fae parents. So, even though I was terrified, and even though I knew I might end up an unwanted child, I eventually mustered the courage to tell... I did what I thought was right. I knew things might not turn out how I hoped, but I wasn't going back on my decision. The same applies this time. I have to see Селену.
Oh, what?
I'm now realizing that I have no idea where she is.
Почему-то ее
Don't tell me I
называют
have to wait until the
Селена,
next round of the
хотя
competition.
имя ее Селена. Ну, по звучанию. Это как-то очень... Ну, ей даже больше идет именно не Келена, а Селена.
Huh? Agуara, do you know where...
Do you remember Selena's scent? That's amazing! You're the best, Aggie. All right. I think...
Подозреваю, что переводчики, кто адаптировал текст, не особо вдавались в произношение То есть они не слышали, как это правильно звучит, скорее всего. Ну, потому что если ты читаешь на английском, то там, скорее всего, можно ошибиться и прочитать вместо си кей. Вот. Скорее всего, Селена именно через си пишется в тексте. Поэтому такая корявая адаптация.
Huh? The flagship? What are we doing here? After all that, Selena's staying in the room right next to our...
Is anyone there? You're sure this is the Selena, I know you're in there. Please, I need to talk to you. Selena!
I'm not here.
R2?
Am not. Quit bothering me.
Not a chance! If you don't open the door, I'll be waiting right here outside until you... I have so many questions to ask you. Can you at least answer this one? Open the door!
All right. Stop yelling.
That wasn't so hard now, was it?
Take a seat. Just to be clear, I wasn't expecting visitors. Curiosity is a dangerous trait, Linnea. You're gonna
You sure about that? Because if I hadn't come here, I'd be regretting it already. Will you please answer me now? Why do we have the same wings on our heads? Why did I pass out when I touched you? And why did I see all the...
visions of your future.
So, it was...
Of course not. Linnea, you're an avid student of the natural world. Surely you're aware of the 6 most common...
The Vila, Domovoy, Leshy, Volkodlok, Snegovic, and Jack Frosts.
Right. Well, there are many less common varieties, too. The legendary Lantern Fae, the Sirens with their lilting songs. And we foretell both disaster and delight, gazing upon the past dawn and future night. Others fear and revere our might, while we alone
I've never heard of an augury bird before, or the poem you just recited.
That's hardly a surprise. You can count the number of augury birds alive today on one.
So it's true then. We really are family.
Family. Augury birds are born with a peculiar ability. We can see crossroads in the flow of fate. Immutable future events that all paths will lead to.
Are you talking about prophecies?
Doesn't surprise me. Humanity has many ways of observing fate. The stars, the ley lines. We can only see our own fates. If a friend wants to know their future, or someone is concerned about the destiny of the world, we're powerless to help. But the way it feels to witness your own fate, I trust you understand by now.
It certainly wasn't fun. Those prophecies brought a flood of emotions with them. From excitement to frustration to bitterness. I had a goal in life, and before I even had the chance to start fighting for it, I saw how it would end.
Wait till you've tried to defy fate and found how powerless you are to change it.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw, yet I am powerless to change it. Fate is an immutable force. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future does nothing more for him than slowly crush his spirit.
When you know every joy and every sorrow you'll ever experience, and there's nothing you can do to change it. Like you said, generation after generation of augury birds lived with this burden. Until you were born, and our parents found the only solution they could think. If an augury bird is set far from the Fae to grow up among humans, the awakening of their prophetic abilities.
So that's how I became a changeling. What about the child I was switched with?
Don't worry, she had the opposite problem to you. She needed to live among the Fae. She was born with a strange, rare disease that humans cannot cure. And our parents saved her life, then raised her as their own. Eventually, her birth parents came to find her.
I see. It all makes sense now. But there's still one thing you haven't explained. Those things you said before I fainted.
I meant exactly what I said. I don't like you.
But why?
No reason.
So we're back to this? If you won't tell me, I'll have to guess myself. Selena, are you jealous of me?
Good guess. But I wouldn't call it jealousy. More like resentment. By the time our parents came up with a solution for you and sent you off to live with the humans, I was already tormented by visions. If I'd been born just a few years later, Mom and Dad would sneak over to Nodcry to see you sometimes. They talked about you nonstop. Even that human child got more attention. I came with them once to Nodcry. When I saw you there in the distance, living your carefree life, did no one ever consider how I felt? What was I to them? A reject? A failure? A pitiful wretch?
Oh, Selena.
All of this led to me deciding, a long time ago, that when you were old enough, I'd come pay you a visit. I know. What kind of horrible person would want to do that to someone?
Then why did you hide from me? You really want me to keep guessing?
It was because I found out the image of you I'd built up in my head. Of happy-go-lucky Lynea spoiled by her parents, and I overheard you and Speranza talking about your past. Desperately, you described it so nonchalantly. But it was eating me up inside. In that moment, I didn't want to see you suffer, and I couldn't go on resenting you any longer. I just wanted to hold you tight and tell you everything will be fine, that you still have a family.
Hey, sis. You're really not cut out to be a villain. So much for making me suffer, huh? Now you're the one crying and I have to comfort you. But I understand now. That feeling you had? I've always wondered about my real family. I'm so glad you were willing to see me, sis.
Thank you. All of you.
Don't mention it. Paimon thinks it's always best to get everything off your chest. That way, everyone can go back to being...
You're right, Paimon. Hey, Selena. I was wondering, how did you end up with a Radiant Bladehorn as your partner? All the ones I've seen in the wild have been hyper-aggressive.
We met that time when Mom and Dad brought me to see you in Nodcry. Hemus was still a baby then. I suppose our friendship was preordained. Just like my upcoming victory.
Immutable?
You're welcome to try to fight it, if you want. Leave this competition and fly somewhere far away. I promise you, something will... Or if you prefer, you could go all out and try to beat me. But the prophecies we see are the meeting points of every possible path. There are many possible roads into the future.
Now that I know the pain of seeing my own fate for myself, I have to ask, how have you kept it going all these years?
I learned to submit to fate. I just have to accept, since the outcome can't be changed, how I get there doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Every crossroad I've foreseen is a curse. So the best I can do is chase a little happiness in the... But what about you, Linnea?
I think I see things differently. How about we continue this conversation after the tournament?
All right, just don't get your hopes up about the future.
I'll be fine, trust me. Anyway,
It's about time we headed over to the Curatorium of Secrets. We have something super important to discuss. You remember, right?
it's getting pretty late. We should all get some sleep.
So noisy here.
You're staying at the flagship too, right? No need to see me out. I'll be fine. Oh, and thanks so much for keeping me company today. Good night.
Traveler,
Ну, так прикольно
Are you awake?
встретиться, когда спит.
oh, neither can Paimon. Linnea and Selena aren't the only ones with a big day tomorrow. And since we're both struggling to sleep, do you want to head out for a stroll? We could go grab something yummy, then...
Ну, короче, по идее, надо было сначала пройти этот квест, потом идти делать квест с Линнеей.
Listen up, Lumi. I've seen Seleno's Radiant Blade Horn in action, and it isn't just strong. It's her best way to exploit both of these traits will be to make her Radiant Blade Horn charge you. You'll have to find a way to dodge the...
Linnea!
Sure am. Lumi and I were just going over our strategy for tomorrow. Lure the enemy in and wait for an opening to strike. Yeah, looks like that's my best shot at victory. But Hemus is so powerful. Even if we do find an opening, I'm not sure Lumi's even strong enough to make it count. I need a better thanks. Just because I've seen a future where I fail, doesn't mean I'm Fate is such a mysterious idea. Despite having it explained to me and having seen it with my own eyes.
What does fate mean to you?
You're in a philosophical mood, huh? Well, I don't know if... Besides, I'm an advisor, remember? It wouldn't be very professional for me to start...
Relax. I'm just curious to hear your opinion.
All right, well, I think that knowing the future is a pretty lousy deal. But then, life's full of lousy. When I was a kid, my greatest suffering came from not knowing. I didn't know how my parents would react when I told them the truth. I didn't know where to go when they left. Back then, I actually wanted to know the future. I dreamed of a day that fate would send me a sign. But fate didn't show me anything. It was my own stubborn will that got me through. I've always known what it's like to be terrified of the unknown. And now I'm learning that knowing for sure isn't all it's cracked up to be either.
like these two are
All right. I think we're as prepared as we can be. Tomorrow, we're gonna face our fate.
Is everybody ready? Our contestants are ready and raring to go. On the one side, we have the Traveler and her partner Agуара, and on the other side, we have Lиннея and her partner Горнисин.
Это типа Василиса и Горыныч или что? Такой еще костюм сделали, как будто бы она Снегурочка.
You can do it, Agуara!
We have a winner! Everyone, please take a
Great job, Agуara! Hey, Traveler, Lynea and Селена.
Looks like our contestants and their part. On the one side, we have Lynneya and her partner, Lumi.
You can do it, old boss! Go get him, Lynea!
Charge, Hemus! Don't panic, Lumi! Remember your training? I'm right here. Ready? Now jump! Attack! Stop her! This is the will of fate. It was over before it began. Lumi! Lumi! Huh? Oh? You wanna come with me? Let's go then. The wide world awaits.
Вот это я.
Don't worry, Hemus. Victory will be ours. could grow that big! Yahoo, yahoo! You know, you look a little different after absorbing all that geo. Wait a sec! Could that be it? Oh, Lynea! Are you a traveler? Paimon, come quick! I figured out why Lumi is different from other Jack Frost! After all the theories What if Lumi wasn't born different at all? What if it's all a consequence of her diet? Surely ingesting large amounts of rare ore could explain the development of her... I mean, just look at fiships! Depending on their element, fiships can look wildly different. But from a Lumi, you don't have to wait for evolution to catch up at all. You just have to find another Jack Frost who likes the same things as you. I'm so happy you unleashed your full power, Lumi! If you hadn't...
Lynneya, why did you hold back?
What do you mean? If Lumi had landed that hit, you and Hemus would have been in serious...
Even so, when that hammer started to fall, the future I once saw went blank before my eyes. Did fear cause me to see a false vision? Or did she truly cheat fate for a brief moment? What does it matter? In the end, the pull of fate exerted its force all the same. The prophecy came to pass.
What's on your minds?
I just think it's a shame. You gave your all in that battle. Whatever path you take, it always leads to the same place.
Selena, do you remember the question that you...
I remember.
You told me. There are many possible roads into the future, but they all lead to the same destination in the end. Well, I prefer to think of it the other way around. We might already know where we're headed, but we get to choose how we get there.
За это я люблю Геншин. Такие интересные иногда мысли встречаешь, что, ну, помогают тебе в жизни твоей реальной.
Maybe fate will always lead us toward the same destination, but I never cared much about the outcome. I just want to walk my own path. So, even if I was destined to lose to you, there was no way. And even if my ship ends up at the bottom of the ocean, I'm not gonna let. If all people care about are outcomes, then why doesn't everyone give up on happiness and love? After all, but my feelings, my thoughts, everything I've seen, all that exists beyond the reach of. Lumi sounds like.
Lynneya, ignorance really is bliss.
Even when we're scared and uncertain, it's important to face the truth head on. You sure about that? Because if I hadn't come here, I'd be regretting it already.
How I envied your cheerful optimism when I first saw you. I thought your happiness was all... Yet now you've witnessed your fate and experienced. Perhaps I was wrong from the start. The difference between us was never about knowledge of our destinies.
Selena, you okay? You're looking pretty zoned out.
Actually, I claimed the victory promised to me by fate. And you found your...
Sounds like I got the sweeter deal overall. But hey, so enjoy your victory, Selena. But don't get complacent. Otherwise, my partner here might just take it back from you one day.
That little thing?
That plus our special bond. Let's go, partner. This time it's my turn to... So, Aguara comes from Natland, right? If we're gonna train hard, we should do it there. There's plenty of natural phlogiston around, which will help keep the little one's stamina up. Let's go!
Так давно не была в Натлане.
Hello, Natlan! I'm back! Give me a moment to set up the tent. I bought... Oh, I'll lend you a hand! Now then, Aggie, it's time for you to learn one of Lumi's signature finishers.
Лурчик.
Watch closely. Lumi, do the honors.
Linnea, do you seriously think Aguara can...
From what I've seen, Aguara's fighting style isn't that dissimilar to Lumi's. They both use agility to set up their opponents while searching for but Aguara isn't strong enough to break through Hemus's defenses. Aguara will need to channel geo-essence from the ground and fashion it into a powerful rock hammer. Simple enough in principle, but it might take... Don't worry. It's normal to fail on the first You'll get the hang of it. Lumi, it's up... Feels like I blinked. I've heard it said that people can find their fates by studying the stars. I guess that means that fate's been looking down. I could really do with some sleep. Good night, you guys.
О, Драгонхарт! Мой любимчик. Вот этого чувака я не помню вообще. Хоть тресни. Кто он?
Paimon slept really well. Huh? Whoa! Look at all this grapefruit! Wow! When did you...
Are you saying you had help from another...
Now that Aguara's mastered Lumi's secret weapon, it's time to head back to Notcry. Looks like we should get back just in time for the finals.
The final is about to begin.
Oh, it's finally here! Aguara!
It's all up to you now, partner. You've done the hard yards in training. Now, go out. It's time to write your name in lights and show the world how...
Ladies and gentlemen, the wait, you'll be very familiar with our contestants by now. Селена and her partner, the radiant Bladehorn Hamish, who seized their place in the final Then we have the Traveler and Aguara. This little Tapet Lazur might not look. Who will be crowned champions today? In a few short moments, we will find out.
Back from training camp? Then let's do this. Show me what you've got.
You've got this, Aguara. Don't be nervous.
Impressive.
Hemus, summon Animo energy on your horn, and then charge!
Now you see what you're up against. Hiding underground, are we?
Keep charging, Hemus! Jolt him out of the hole! Hemus, are you all right? Now, Hemus, trample him, march to victory, and leave nothing standing.
Predictable.
Aguara hit her right in the belly!
It was the obvious move. Hemus was well prepared.
Come on! Time to put that training into practice!
Interesting.
Hemus! We showed them no mercy!
Dude! That little munchkin's got some style!
It's a trip to the hot springs if you win! Hemus, full tilt! Aguara, charge!
Get to it!
Take that!
Hemus has lost the strength to fight on. It's all over, folks. The champions are...
Никого не смущает, что типизатор, как его там, держит в руках молот. Вот, то есть, как? Каким макаром? Или ледовик, геоледовик держит каким макаром эти молоты в руках? Ну, просто... ладно, это аниме. Мы не паримся насчет логики.
The Traveler and her partner Agуara.
So, you did superbly, Hemus. Get some... Seems I underestimated your little partner.
What did I say? Told you my partner would help me settle the score.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now take a short break. Thank you to our contestants for your amazing performances. Now we'll be first up, it's our champions. We can all see that Aguara is still a young slip of a Tapetlosaur, and yet the fiercest of enemies couldn't stand in his way. So tell us, what's the secret to I see. Well, it seems like I'm sure we're all looking forward to even more Next, we have our runner-up, Selena. Let me start by asking, what's next for you and Hemus? Will the...
No, Hemus doesn't belong with me. I'm hoping that soon I can set... And, of course, since he's so friendly towards humans, I do hope any adventure...
Sounds like Hemus is a real freedom lover. If we have any adventurers... Moving on now, we have some more familiar faces from the semifinals. This first question is for Linnea. During your match against Selena, you jumped in to stop your own partner Lumi's rampage, costing...
I'd be lying if I said I didn't regret, but who wouldn't? All we can do is live our best life and hope to look back with as few regrets as possible. And overall, I had a really great time in this competition. I found my long-lost family, and we really care about one another.
Inspiring words from Linnea. Now it's time for our final...
Well, I've been really loving Not Cry. There's so much to see and do. I'm planning to stick around for a while, so if you see me around, come and say hey.
Great. Enjoy your stay, Viliana. Well, folks, we've heard from all four. Thank you to everyone who took part in the Spirit Envoy Championship. We hope to see you next time.
Да, типа она снежной. Ну, окей, но не настолько же там холодно, что она совсем мертвенно-бледная. Да, прикольно, конечно. Слишком все медийно сделали в концовке.
Linnea, I gotta get going. I'll make sure to tell. Without me around, your prophetic abilities will be slow to develop. But you should know that since you've been to the tundra and you've encountered others of your kind,
I'm sure you already know how I'm going to respond, sis. I'm not afraid to know the future.
I know. And when you're ready, come visit us.
Thanks, Selena.
Yeah?